Good morning students, welcome you all in English class. Today I am going to teach you very important chapter number 8 of your honeycomb book, Fire, Friend and Foe. This is basically a very scientific chapter, talks about fire. What is the usage of fire and how it becomes helpful to us like a friend, and it also becomes our foe. Foe refers to enemy. It becomes our foe when it gets out of the control. So we are going to discuss all the aspects of fire, basically how and when it was invented, what was the reaction of early men to see the fire first, and what are the rules love made for fire, to how to spread the fire when it is out of control. All the various aspects and the important points regarding fire we are going to discuss in this chapter. So student, listen the video carefully. Let's read the lesson in detail and discuss all the important points.
Fire was a mystery for early men. When he first saw fire, he did not know what fire was, but he must have seen the damage it could cause, because he had seen the lightning, thundering, the clouds, and the loud noise and the spark. So he had some ideas. Fire may have puzzled early man, but we know that fire is the result of chemical reaction. This is we have read in our history chapter what was the reaction of early man to see the fire. He was very afraid. I am not going to teach you the whole lesson about the reaction of early man on fire. But that time the human didn't know anything about fire because he was not having any scientific concept. But now we know it's a result of chemical reaction. When the oxygen in the air combines with carbon and hydrogen in a fuel, a chemical reaction takes place. Energy in the form of heat and light is released in this process, and this is what we call fire. This is we all have learned in our science, and this scientific vision we all have about fire. We all know it's not a magic. It's what? It is a chemical reaction. It's a result of chemical reaction. Things needed to make fire. We need three things to make fire. What is? The fuel. Fuel like wood, coal, cooking gas, and oxygen presents in the air. And heat, a lighted match stick. So, until we have this three combination, we cannot create fire. Okay, so these three things we require to create the fire. Fuel combines with oxygen and heat and creates the fire. Now, if heat is there, so heat should be on some level. That is called flash point. The temperature at which a fuel begins to burn is called the flash point or kindling temperature. Okay, any fuel until it has its flash point, until it reaches, the temperature reaches to the flash point, the fire will not create. Okay, so to have fire, what is required? The fuel has to reach to the temperature of flash point. When it is there, so the fire will be there. That temperature at which a fuel begins to burn is called the flash point or kindling temperature. It's very important to learn. There can be no fire without oxygen, fuel and heat. Okay? There will be no fire can take place without these three: oxygen, fuel and heat. It is sometimes said that fire is a good servant but a bad master. It only means that fire is very useful as long as it is kept under control. So, and it becomes our enemy when it gets out of our control. For instance, what are the usage of fire? Fire we use to cook our food, to warm our house and to create electricity. There are many more other uses of fire. But on the other hand, if fire gets out of control, it can be very dangerous. Okay, you all know there are many cases occurred because of fire damage. Okay, and whenever this is occurred, so there is a big loss of property and lives. Vast areas of forest are also destroyed and hundreds of people are killed or injured because of fire. Just as three things are needed to start a fire, there are three main ways in which a fire can be put out. Okay? As to create a fire, what is required? Oxygen, fuel and heat. Similarly, if you want to put out the fire, so you have to remove these three. Understood? So, in each one of the three things needed for burning is taken away. If one of them will be missed, so we can put out the fire easily. Okay? See, the first way to control a fire is to take away the fuel. For example, if a car has caught fire, it can be controlled by moving away any nearby fuel containers. Okay, if the car caught the fire, you have to remove any nearby fuel container from it so the fire can be controlled. Number 2, the second method of controlling a fire is by cutting off oxygen supply because oxygen spreaded the fire. For example, throwing a blanket on a fire prevents more air from reaching it. You have seen many times whenever there is a fire, the people dam it through the sack. So, what you have to do? Throw the blanket on the fire, it will stop reaching the oxygen and it will stop the fire to burn. Next, third method is, first we have learned take away the fuel. Second, we have learned stop the supply of oxygen. Now, third is what? Heat. So, you have to bring the temperature down so that the fire can be put out. Third method is to reduce the temperature of the fire below the flash point. Okay, because if the heat is on the flash point, the fire cannot be stopped. What you have to do, children? You have to bring the flash point down. Okay, for example, spraying water over a fire reduces the heat. That's why the people throw the buckets of water on the fire for what? To bring the temperature down. To bring the temperature down to the flash points. And we can easily stop the fire. Some fire can't be put out with water. If water is spread onto an oil fire, if there is oil spreaded in the sea water, what do? Will you throw the water above it? No, not at all possible because the oil will float to the top of the water and continue to burn. If you will throw the water on the oil water, so what will happen? For some time it will stop and it will again burn because the oil comes on the top layer of the water and it floats on the water and it carries the fire on it. So, this can be very dangerous because water can flow quickly carrying the burning oil with it and spreading the fire. Water should not also be used on fire caused by electrical appliances. Remember children, if you will throw the water on electrical appliances to put out the fire, it is really dangerous because the person can get the shock. Okay, the person spraying water might receive an electric shock and be killed. A carbon dioxide extinguisher is the best thing to fight an electric fire. Okay, so what should we do? We should use fire extinguisher. Okay, next is long ago. What happened? Long ago, when there were any fire, any place, the fire broke out, what do people do? The people themselves become a firefighter. They form a human chain and they pass the buckets of water from a well or a pond to the blaze. To the blaze means to the fireplace. Okay. Now there are many laws. The many laws created by the government to stop or to prevent the fire. Okay, to stop and prevent the fire risk. Now there are laws about building construction which ensure that space is left between buildings to reduce the fire risk. It is very important nowadays to leave some required distance between the buildings so that fire risk can be less. Okay. Bands of firefighting workers with special equipment known as fire brigades are there to put out fire. Now the people did not create chain. They call the fire brigaders. They call the fire brigades where the firefighters are there. Those who are the very well trained persons and they have well equipped tools. So they all are very trained. They know how to deal the situation whenever there is fire broke out at the place. Firefighters are highly trained people. They possess many skills. What they do first of all, they cut off electricity supply. They knock down the dangerous wall. They spray the water and other materials to bring fire under control. And they also have first aid box. They know how to help the people, those who are injured because of fire. So they give the first aid to them. They try to reduce the smokes from the place because the people having many risks because of fire broke out. Fire is very important to us. That is worshipped in many parts of the world. Fire is indeed a friend because it's very useful to us. But as we know, it can be dangerous enemy once it gets out of control. So children, we should always aware about the law and the norms made by the government to stop the fire risk, and we should take all the precaution for not getting the fire out of control. I think you all understood the chapter. So hope you all have enjoyed and understood the lesson. Read the lesson thoroughly from your book. Thank you children. Have a nice day. Take care.